through Tilget's debit website, debit Facebook, and bulletin boards were posted po ng October 29, 2024. The approved budget of the contract is 1,023,960 pesos. Again, the biddings were issued po on October 29, 2024, and the cost of the bidding documents is 5,000 pesos. So for the pre-bid conference, under section 22.3 of the IRR provides in part the pre-bid conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain, among other things, the eligibility requirements and technical and financial components of the contract to be bid, including questions and clarifications raised by the prospective bidders before and during the pre-bid conference. The pre-bid conference is the initial forum where the procuring entities, representatives, and the prospective bidders discuss the different aspects of the procurement at hand. Its main purpose is to clarify and address every prospective bidder's questions on the different aspects of the procurement as contained in the bidding documents. This way, bidders will fully understand the requirements, hence, they will be adequately aided in coming up with a responsive bid. Note that any statement issued shall not modify the terms unless in writing and issued through supplemental bulletin. So the bidding documents may be downloaded at the following websites: notices.phillips.gov.ph and debit.gov.ph. Um, as of now, the number of prospective bidders po that purchase the bidding documents, wala pa po. The pre-bid conference open to all interested parties who have or have not bought the bidding documents. And for the salient points of the bidding documents, under invitation to bid and instructions to bidders, prospective bidders should have completed within a period of not more than 10 years immediately preceding the deadline for submission of bids a singular risk completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract to be bid and the value of which adjusted if necessary by the bidder to current prices using the Philippine Statistics Authorities or PSA's Consumer Price Index CPI must be at least 50% of the APC of the land bid for the contracts similar to the projects should be supplied for printing materials. Under special conditions of the contract, performance security within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award by the bidder from the procuring entity, but in no case later than the signing of the contract by both parties. The successful bidder shall furnish the performance security in any of the forms prescribed in Section 39 of the 2016 revised IRR or of RA 9184. The performance security shall be posted in favor of debit and shall be forfeited in the event it is established that the supplier is in default of any of its obligation under the contract. The supplier shall be responsible for the extension of its performance security and or renewal of its performance security whenever and or without need of prior notice or instruction from them and to ensure that it is in force and effect for the whole duration of the contract delivery period and until a certificate of final acceptance is duly issued. Performance security shall not contain any deletion, crossing out, expunction, or any form of correction. Otherwise, debit may reject such security if any such intercalation, superimposed imposition, or alteration affects any material information or feature of the document. Other instruction to bidders, ITB Clause 9, request for clarification must be in writing and submitted to submitted at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of fees. For the procuring entity's address, ASIC Malcolm Escarma, number back 4, care of Procurement Management Service, Back Secretary Division. Room M512, 5th floor, Main Building, Depot Complex, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City. Telephone numbers 8636-6542 or 8633-9343. Email address po depotcentral.backsecretary.depot.gov.ph. Consistent with section 22.5.3 of the revised IRR of RA 9184, posting on the field reps and the procuring entity's website of any supplemental or bid bulletin shall be considered sufficient notice to all bidders or parties concerned. For the schedule of requirements, uh, the delivery schedule expressed below stipulates the date of delivery to the project site. So the item is Braille continuous paper, quantities 300 boxes for the quantities, and the delivery period is within 60 calendar days at the time of receipt of the notice to proceed by the successful bidder. Complete delivery shall be made within, again, within 60 calendar days po. Technical specifications and scope of services, bidders must state either comply or not comply against each of the individual parameters of each specification, stating the corresponding performance parameter of the equipment or goods offered. Statements of comply or non-comply must be supported by evidence in a bidder's bid and cross-reference to the evidence. A statement that is not supported by evidence or is subsequently found to be contradicted by the evidence presented will render the bid under evaluation liable for rejection. A statement, either in the bidder's statement of compliance or the supporting evidence that is found to be false either during bid evaluation, post-qualification, or the execution of the contract may be regarded as fraudulent and render the bidder or supplier liable for prosecution subject to the applicable laws and issuances. For the detailed technical specifications, general specifications. Item number 1, the required paper where the braille codes to be embossed shall have a tensile strength quality that will produce firm dots, will not cut through the top in the embossing. Hello. Yeah. Will not cut through the top in the embossing process and will go through logistics with minimal damage. No pinholes which interfere reading of the embossed braille characters and free from any markings that will impede the readability of braille codes. For the detailed product specifications, its function po is any paper color range of cream or white and shall have uniform thickness, weight, and texture. For the performance, ideal thickness of 170 grams per square meter or GSM suited for embossing of braille codes. For the environmental interface, acid and dust-free paper. The design and dimension, any paper color range of cream or white shall have uniform thickness, weight, and texture. Thickness 170 grams per square meter, suited for embossing of braille codes, acid dust-free paper, 1,000 continuous sheets with measurement of 11 inches by 12 inches. 11 inches by 12.5 inches to allow for one half perforation to be removed from each side. An actual size of 11 inches by 11.5 per 11.5 inches per sheet as finished. 19 holes pre-punched format with tractor feed edges and the packaging size of the box 13, 13 1/4 inch by 13 and 3/4 inches by 9 and 1/4 inches po. Under also for the compliance with the bidding documents under IDP Clause 3, the bidder by the act of submitting its bid shall be deemed to have verified and accepted the general requirements of this project, including other factors that may affect the cost, duration, and execution or implementation of the contract project or work, and examine all instructions, forms, terms, and project requirements in the bidding documents. Under bid security, section 27.1, all bids shall be accompanied by a bid security payable to the procuring entity concerned as a guarantee that the successful bidder shall, within 10 calendar days from receipt of the notice of award, enter into contract with the procuring entity and furnish the performance security required in Section 39 of the IRR except when Section 37.1 of this IRR allows a longer period. Failure to enclose the required bid security in the form and amount prescribed herein shall be automatically disqualified the bid concerned. Same for bid prices. So the ABC shall be the upper limit or ceiling for acceptable bid prices if a bid price as evaluated and calculated in accordance with the IRR is higher than the ABC. The bidder submitting the same shall be automatically disqualified. There shall be no lower limit or floor on the amount of award. The bidders should have fully read and understood the general and specific requirements as contained in the bidding documents. That is, eligibility, technical and financial requirements, BDS in relation to the IDB, SEC in relation to the GCC, schedule of requirements, and technical specifications. Any query or clarification should be raised during the pre-bid conference or in writing before or after the pre-bid during the period allowed to the bank. So, no contact rule po. Under Section 32.1 of the IRR of RA 1984, members of the bank, including its staff and personnel, as well as its secretariat and DWG, are prohibited from making or accepting any communication with any bidder regarding the evaluation of their bids until the issuance of the notice of award. However, the bank, through its bank secretariat, may ask in writing the bidder for a clarification of its bid. All responses to requests for clarification shall be in writing. This is during evaluation of bids or after the bid opening. Uh, Please be reminded of the no contact rule. Under Section 8 of bidding documents, checklist of technical and financial documents for Class A and Class B documents. Please see the bidding documents. So these are the important dates to consider. First, the state deadline for letter of clarifications po natin is November 15, 2024 until 4 p.m. Kindly email to debitcentral.backsecretary.debit.gov.ph. Please use your official business email in sending your queries and or clarifications. The allotted time or days for the posting of bid bulletin not later than November 18, 2024 until 5 p.m. This will be posted through PhilGem's Debit Bulletin Board Facebook page and Debit website. For the submission, receipt, and opening of bids on November 25, 2024, 9:30 a.m. po ang deadline. The venue is currently for finalization of the back secretariat. So please take note, late bids shall not be accepted. For the bid evaluation, November 26 to December 2, 2024. For the post-walk from November 3 to 14, 2020. December 3 to 14, 2024, if I may correct po. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. sa leader's main office po. And for the approval of RTA around December 15 to 24, 2024 until 5 p.m. The floor is now open for queries po, Madam Chair.
Back members, and do you have any questions? What about the end users? Were all your suggestions captured in the bidding documents? All right.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. So we are really hoping that we get bidders through this because this will be our last chance to procure this with this pack, right? All right. So for the next steps, back secretariat, sabi naman na nila yung schedule. Wala pa rin bibili ng bid docs, no? As of the moment. Anyway, the last time to buy would be November 25. Tama ba?
Yes po.
November 25, 12 noon. Okay, as usual. All right.
9:30 a.m. po, Madam Chair.
9:30.
Yes po, 10 a.m. po kasi dito.
Okay. Oh, very good. All right. So, what about the secretariat? Do you have any thing to say to the end user and to the back members? Nothing?
If I may acknowledge po, the prospective bidder, please approach the mic po and introduce yourself po. In full name and from what company po.
Hello po. Jerry Casas from Person Finance.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, anyway, we were able to record the name of the company and the representative. Okay, thank you. Do you have any queries, sir? Clarifications? Okay, no clarifications. So with that, do we have another agenda? Okay, nothing more. All right, so I guess that's all for this back. Thank you very much, back secretariat and the end user. Thank you. Good luck to you. So we are now adjourning this meeting. If you have any motion for adjournment, or
I move for the adjournment of the session. Ms. Madam Chair.
second. Okay. Motion to adjourn. Seconded. The meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you po, everyone.